My mom visited today and brought me some homemade cookies. Chocolate chip cookies are terrific on their own, but Mom made these extra decadent by adding mini peanut butter cups. I've worked up the courage to try another splash photo, and I'm hoping I don't have the same difficulty I had the first time I tried a photo like this. I'm using my umbrella as my main light and my other flash to highlight the edge of the cookies. I need a black background, but I don't have any black fabric, so I'm working with a few black shirts. First, I took a base photo with the cookies, candy, and milk all together. Because splash photography is very messy, I moved the cookies away after I had a good picture of them. At first, I tried dropping an ice cube into the cup, but the splash was too small. Then I tried a strawberry, which gave me a really nice splash. Once I photographed a nice looking splash, I added that splash to the base photo to get my final image. One thing I don't show much is the cleanup after a photo like this. I don't have a dedicated studio space, and I usually use the dining table as my work surface, so I have to set up and tear down my equipment every time. I tried setting up my tea maker in another part of the kitchen, but I didn't like it, so I'm moving it back. The sun was out today, and I, like my cats, took every opportunity to enjoy it. In the evening, my redbud tree looks like it's glowing, and I knew I wanted a photo of it today. Instead of doing a single picture with a wide-angle lens, I used my 85mm and took a lot of photos, then stitched them together as one image. This is called a bokeh panorama. It is time to tidy up this garden before my perennials get ahead of me. The weeds certainly have. This area has a lot of cone flowers. I'd like to plant some more varieties along with some other wildflowers. Working in the yard went pretty late, and I just wanted something easy and comforting for supper. For me, that means breakfast food and a pot of hot tea. It's back to the dining table again for this picture. I'm trying a different angle for my flash by having it face the camera instead of being on the same side. I'm hoping my white tablecloth will bounce some light back into the shadows. Once again, I'll take a lot of test photos before I take the final tea pouring image. My lilac bush is full of blooms and they smell so good. I clipped a few to bring them inside, and I wanted to use them for a photo while they're still looking fresh. Just to give you a spoiler for the outcome of this photo, I took it, as well as tomorrow's photo, then forgot to download the memory card. I reformatted both cards thinking I had downloaded them, and continued taking photos for a couple more days before I realized what I had done. So there wasn't any recreating this setup because even the next day, the lilac blooms did not look nearly as nice. The only reason I have a photo is because I took one with my smartphone after I was done. It might look nice with its fake bokeh, but the one from the camera would have been so much better. There are 6 flower gardens in my yard, 3 large and 3 small. For at least 4 years now, I've wanted to rework them, but each year, spring is over too soon, the summer heat comes and I can't work outside, then fall gets too busy. This year, I've set my goal to something I can actually achieve, which is to rework just one of the small gardens. I chose this one because the original vine planted here had died, and I'd love to put some climbing roses on this arch. The evening light on my redbud tree is so pretty, and since it has a few low-hanging branches, I thought it would be fun to try a self-portrait in them. The sun always goes away quickly during golden hour, so I'm setting up a little early. I need to use my phone as a remote for these photos, so I don't have any behind-the-scenes video. Using my phone as the remote is never a pleasant experience, but it does conveniently save small JPEGs of the photos I take. Therefore, I still had a photo I could use even though I lost my original files from my camera. Right now, I cannot stop looking at my redbud tree all the time. It hardly bloomed last year. This year, it's growing blooms on every little branch it can. I made some drop biscuits last night. They are very easy to make and don't call for a lot of ingredients. I have a different idea for a photo today, but it relies on a clear night sky. Since I'm not sure that will happen, I'm going to take a backup photo of my little snack. Even though there aren't many elements in this photo, I am having the hardest time arranging them. Now to enjoy this before my tea gets cold. It's warm enough to plant my poor little daisy outside. I usually have at least one daisy growing in a pot each year. I'm also going to plant my amaryllis bulb. It didn't bloom last year, so I gave it a long rest before starting it again. Fortunately, the sky was clear and I did get the photos I wanted tonight. It was a full moon, and this one was called the pink moon. I thought it would be nice to work my very pink redbud tree into the photos, but not surprisingly, my favorite photo ended up being one of Ruby with the moon above her. Thank you for joining me this week.